discussing about English language. And in English language, you know that we've got 4 skills. All the skills we'll be talking about, and particularly how to improve writing skill and how to improve speaking skill. So all the skills are very much interconnected. Can you tell me how many skills are there? Basic skills of English language. Can anybody answer? How many basic skills of English language are there?
3.
3. And which are they?
Reading, writing, listening.
Very good. Another one? Tell us, please. How many skills are there? Yes, gentlemen. 4. And what are they?
Reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. You missed the one. Thank you so much.
Understanding, sir.
Understanding is of upper level. If you don't have reading and writing and speaking and listening, then suddenly how can you get the understanding?
She is intelligent like me. I added all these things: understanding, thinking,
And then in English language, we'll be talking about generally all these 4 skills. But these skills need the basic or foundational knowledge. And that basic knowledge is only possible if we go with the flow, or if we go with the course, or if we go with the logical and systematic study of the English language. For that, what we will do, on the one hand, we will be talking about and studying grammar, and on the other hand, how to use the grammar. Like we've got vocabulary, then if we don't have vocabulary, how can we speak out? How can we write down something? How can we understand what somebody else is talking about? And how can we even communicate our message to another person? So vocabulary is the basic. We'll improve our vocabulary through different techniques and strategies. And for improving vocabulary, definitely we have to go with the reading skills. Reading gives us the greater chances of improving vocabulary. So the entire course is summarized here. I'm just going through this one. Look at this one, the lectures that they contain about 40% of the course, and the practicals that they contain 60% of the course. And this is the schedule of the examination. Then after teaching you the language, I will be taking your test, and different class tests will be there, weekly tests will be there, and in the end the midterm examinations will be there. The most important thing is your focus in English language. If you don't participate in the class, and if you don't give output that I give you through teaching, then suddenly it's going to create a problem. I'm sure nobody would like to create a problem here. Are you getting me? Gentlemen. Very good. I thought it's just going above the head. These are some websites that we will be using. Apart from them, so many other websites are also there. So it's going to be a very much comprehensive and result-oriented course. What do we mean by result-oriented course? Our job is here to prepare you for the upper classes. So this class or foundation class is working as a bridge class. So it connects you with your basic up to becoming upper grade or advanced knowledge. So whatever you learn here, that is preparing you to face the great challenges in the world outside. Let's see what's there in the course. This is the class learning outcome, and from the very basic it starts like develop understanding on how to use English dictionary. I'm sure most of the times we search vocabulary, search words through the dictionaries and through internet, particularly using Google and all that. Communicate fluently and accurately in oral and written English for academics as well as in social context. 2 terms are important here. Number 1 is academics, or it is also pronounced academics, and then social context. Both are important for us. Academic in the sense that whatever you're writing in the examination or whatever you're writing in the assignments, that is academic. And the presentations that you give here, that you will give here in the future, they are also academic. And then social context in the sense you need to communicate with the people around outside your classes. So that becomes the social context. You need to communicate with yourself within the class in order to convey your messages, in order to convey what you are learning, what you are understanding, all that thing. So that comes in the social context. And another purpose of teaching English language here, that is construct sentences and combine those with each other using cohesive devices. This term is very much important, and we will be talking about these cohesive devices alternatively in the classes in order to understand what is their importance, how to use them in the language, and how to flow, how to deliver the very understandable, comprehensive meaning to another person. Can another person understand us if we don't use these cohesive devices? So it's a really important topic for us. Then of course, since you are going to be the part of greater institute where the greater assignments will be given to you, where the greater projects will be given to you, the new dimensions you would explore there, the new books that you would explore there. In that thing, this is very much helpful. Compose short paragraphs. Definitely, in your assignments, you will be writing the very much a lot of paragraphs there. So this composition of paragraphs, organization of ideas, sentences into the paragraph, and how to make it more coherent, understandable, and cohesive, we'll learn here. And then these are some techniques that we mostly apply whenever you read any kind of newspaper or article or magazine or any kind of other book. They will apply these techniques like the scan, and interpret the text for general and specific details respectively. What is general and what is specific detail, that we will understand when we will be dealing with these things in detail. Like general idea in a sense, what did you understand from the author's point of view? Or what does author want to convey to you when you are reading any kind of passage given by any author? Or when you are given a newspaper article, how do you understand that? How do you explain to another person sitting near to you that what is written in the passage? So all that thing we'll be dealing with this here. Then another technique is paraphrase and summarize the text they read. Now this is most important because most of the times we get confused in these two terms, paraphrase and summarize. Summarize is to shorten the entire passage into the limited words with the same concept retaining there. And paraphrasing is you are changing the words with the same concept. So a paraphrase technique can be applied to convert one sentence into another one keeping the same concept, and summarize is giving a just clue of entire long text in your verse. We will be also learning this one. And then develop understanding on the strategies on reviewing the book and attempting questions. This is when you reach in final year after this foundation semester, and hopefully I am really hopeful that you will all do that one. So when you reach in the final year, you will be given mega projects, and in that mega projects you will be dealing with this particular topic, with this particular technique that you will be applying there, like how to correct the rubrics given by the projector or for somebody that is giving you the project, etc. We've got some examinations, some assignments, some presentations as well, and the quizzes we will be dealing with together. It's not like I will be just teaching you. It's like you will be learning and making to learn something from yourself as well. Like it's a sort of an interactive class. It's not just a teacher-centered class. It's a student-centered class. And in a student-centered class, most of the times we engage students to participate as much as possible, in order to get more outcome of it, in order to get more results from the learning. So a teacher, I as a teacher feel that I'm also a student and I learn from you so many things. Is it not possible? Can I not learn something from you?
Maybe.
Definitely, as a teacher. See, it says that a teacher is a double learner or dual learner. That means by teaching he also learns, and by learning he also learns. Before teaching you, I need to study all these topics again and again. And this is also my learning. And when I enter the class and give the lectures to you, and I ask for the questions coming from you, then certainly those questions are also teaching me. So it is a sort of interactive approach that we mostly apply in the class. This is the entire schedule given by Sakkara IBA University. Look at this one, month 1, week 1. In this month 1 and week 1 segment, we'll be dealing with these topics like introduction of the class, course and course policies, module 0, what English do you know? Mostly we've got two versions of English, like American English or British English. So what do you think, what kind of English am I speaking right now?
It's all UK.
British English.
Yeah, UK accent.
But I love American English.
Okay.
That's quite simple one. Okay, language focus, vocabulary, the most important part of our learning, reading and listening task. The task would be, I would be giving you some assignments in reading and listening and speaking presentations particularly, and then there will be a sort of group presentation as well. The chart presentation will be there also. PowerPoint presentations will be also there. So it is a sort of very much comprehensive and well balanced type of study. And then month 1, week 2. It says people and places. So whatever topics that we will be dealing here, they will be talking about people and places. And when we talk about people and places, such type of vocabulary we must have. It is not like we can use the vocabulary of politics into the Islamia. Can we do that one? Or vocabulary of computer science into the social studies. Can we do that one? Can we use the vocabulary of computer science into the social language? No way. Computer has got a different genre, or the computer has got a different register. I hope I'm correct about that. And then politics has got a different vocabulary, and then Islamic has got a different diction, etc., etc. We will be talking about this in detail. Then month 1, week 3, another topic, people and things. Previously it was people and countries, and now here people or places, and now here people and things. So all that, the topics, assignments, projects or presentations will be dealing with this main topic, people and things. And then later on, month 1, week 4 I think, yes, it's about your life. You'll be explaining to me, introducing to me or describing your life, your goals, your aims, your achievements, your destinations. What do you want to be in the future? How do you want to be in the future there that you want to see yourself? Or how can you get successful life after completing this course? So we'll be talking about that in detail as well. And then month 2, week 1, likes and dislikes. Of course, as a human being, we have got emotions, and sometimes those emotions are about liking something or somebody, and sometimes it is disliking something or somebody. So what kind of vocabulary we will be using there, techniques are there, some strategies, and then some exercises are also there. Month 2 and week 2, module 5 from A to B. Look at this one, this is very much comprehensive as well. Language focus. Articles, ability and possibilities, modal verbs. Most of the times we've got tenses now. And after the tenses, we've got some modal verbs as well. They talk about the request, permission, and for example, ability of the person, doubt on something, or very much like suggesting somebody, enforcing somebody to do the action. We use can, could, must, should, would, or might be, maybe, or ought to. All these words, they are known as modal verbs. And they are not tenses like present simple tense, past simple tense, future simple tense. They are not tenses. So we will be learning all these things. Then month 2, week 3, look at this one, food and drink. All the topics will be related to this main topic. All the themes, all the activities we will be dealing with this one. And most importantly, we will be talking about this vocabulary, because we have to define and describe some foods. How do they taste to us? How do we don't like the taste of those foods and fruits? And then we've got another one topic, module 7, that is month 2, week 4. Life stories. Life stories, what do we mean by that one? Can anybody guide me? What is life stories about? Please? Gentlemen, gentle ladies. Yes? What is life stories?
Biography.
Biography, very good. Good. Like, do you remember any person's biography? Have you ever read anybody's? Elon Musk, the very emerging star of the science. Very good. Another one, what about biography of Qaeda Azam? What about biography of Prophet Muhammad? What about biography of Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa? So many great personalities are there. And the story that I write about myself, what is that known? What do we call it? If I'm writing a story, not
Autography.
Bible.
Autography.
Not autography.
Autobiography.
Autobiography. Autography means the writing on the self. Something like that. Okay, then midterm exams are there. So be prepared, it's going to be atomic bomb on you then. So the way I teach here and the way I take the examinations, you have to face the music later on. It might be positive, you will be cracking all the questions. Okay, then month 3, week 2. Look at the topic now. We have moved to fact and fiction now. Fact and fiction are two very much parallel topics. Fiction is mostly related to novels, imaginary stories, or the stories that we create to amuse ourselves, to entertain ourselves, to enjoy the very theme of that particular thing. Poetry is there, drama is there, and then so many other things are there. But fact is mostly related to reality of the life. Like Qaeda Azam was born, it is a reality, it's a fact. But if I write about the character Hamlet, Sir took the name Hamlet means a little village where not a single mosque even is present. So that is Hamlet. But Hamlet is also a fictional character created by Shakespeare. And before Shakespeare, so many other people talked about Hamlet as well. So fictional stories would be there. Some stories based on reality would be there. We call them fact. And buy and sell, another one topic is there. And that buy and sell actually would be very much related with our intimate life. Because all the time we are engaging with people in order to get something from them or in order to give something to them. So the vocabulary, the ideas, the expressions, the sentences that we will be using there, learning in the class, that will help us a lot. And then week 4 of the third month, it is about looking good. And this is not only just for ladies, it's also for boys, gentlemen as well. Okay? Looking good is the right of everyone. And then month 4, week 1, the nature, talking about the nature, the natural scenarios, the nature around us, the mountains, the rivers, the volcanoes, everything. And then week 1, again, another atomic bomb. And then we've got month 4, week 3, good times. What do we mean by good times? Can you give me an idea? What do we mean by good times? Yes, please. I told you this is an interactive class. That means only I will be talking, this is not going to happen. So you have to also talk there. You have to also give the response. What is good times?
Good experience in past.
Good experience in the past. Very good. Another? Yes, please.
Speak out, whatever comes in your mind. Come out.
See, language is very much interactive. You cannot command on language if you don't participate in the class, if you don't engage yourself with others. So it's very important for you to be very much interactive and connected with other people. If you don't get interactive in the class, then certainly learning a language can cause a great problem for you. And then live and learn. Very much related to you guys particularly, and me as well. We always live and we always learn from living. Life teaches us on every page, on every turn. And then month 5, week 1, keep in touch. Of course, in this pandemic as well. And then month 5, week 2, it is about going places, discovering the new places, knowing the new places, talking about the new places, visiting new places, and explaining them in your own words, like creating a sort of situation. How did you get to the Monjadar? Or what is the Monjadar all about? What's the historical background of that place? So these topics we will be dealing here. And then month 6, week 4, end of the session, and we will say goodbye to each other. Okay? Don't we have to say this one? So this is all about the course, and I'm sure this is going to be very much fun and learning as well. And if you get any kind of question, or if you have any kind of question, doubt in your mind about this course particularly, then you can ask it right now. Yes, please. Any question?